Alright guys, this is the last portion of instructional resource number 12. So it's the very last 4 questions that I will do on YouTube unless you ask me to do some. So this is the end of it. Alright, let's get started. The first question on the bottom says complete the number sentence below using the fraction tiles to help you. So each one of these fraction tiles is 1/3. Okay, so if we look at these, this same amount of space is split into 6 equal parts. So these would be sixths, 1/6. It's asking me how much 1/3 is equivalent to in sixths. So there's 2 ways you can do this. I can color in or shade in 1/3. Remember, mine's going to be messy. Yours is going to be so perfect. And then I can look in my sixth and shade in the same amount and count how many sixths that is. So that's 2/6. Or I don't always have fraction tiles. So I can look and see what is the common thread between 3 and 6. How do I get from 3 to 6? Well, I multiply by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Remember the rule, whatever I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top. So if I multiply by 2 on the bottom, I multiply 1 times 2 on the top. That gives me my numerator, 2. Either way that I choose to finish that one, you come out with 2/6. Okay, this next question's kind of the same concept. It says shade the model to the right to make this statement true. Well, on the left, our circle is split into 9 equivalent pieces. In those 9, 6 are shaded in. So I'm going to very quickly just go around and shade, just 6 of those. So that would be 6 out of 9, 6/9. Okay, this pie is split into 3 equivalent pieces. So that means I have to change my fraction to an equivalent fraction of 1/3. Now, I can go by my eye and just try to guess and color it in. Or I can make sure by how do I get from 9 to 3? Well, if I multiply by 9, I'm going to get a bigger number. So I know I can't multiply. I have to divide. So 9 divided by what equals 3? Do you know, Caden? 9 divided by what equals 3? So what times 3 equals 9?
3.
3. That's how we use the fact family, 3 times 3 equals 9, to do division. You want to do the numerator too? If I divide by 3 on the bottom, I have to divide by 3 on the top. So, Caden, tell me what's 6 divided by 3?
2.
2. Good job. So 2/3 is equivalent to 6/9. Boy, it's fun to teach a little. So you would shade in 2 pieces of this fraction circle to equal the 6/9. Okay? The third question on the bottom says, what would 345,325,789 be rounded to the nearest 100,000? So I'm looking for my 100,000s place. So a place value chart would help me here. I could do it on lined paper or I could do it on grid paper. This is my ones, tens, hundreds. I wish you guys were here saying them before me, like you always do. Thousands. So that makes this one the 10,000s. Hundred thousands. No.
10 hundred.
Do you know what comes after the thousands period?
100,000. Millions.
Millions, yeah.
I couldn't think for a second.
Okay, so it tells me to round to the nearest 100,000. So now that I have my place value, I can go here 3 is in my 100,000s place. Who's its boss? The boss is always right. So the 2 is its boss. Now, the rule is 0 to 9, climb the vine. Okay, try that again, Miss Grubb. Sorry. 0 to 4, stay on the floor. That would make 3 stay at a 3. Or 5 to 9, climb the vine, would make 3 go to 9. 2 is 0 to 4, so this 3 is going to stay a 3. Everything before it stays the same. So I've got a 5, a 4, a 3. The boss and all of his bosses go play golf. So the 2 is going to be a 0, 5 is a 0, 7 is a 0, 8 is a 0, 9 is a 0. So rounded to the nearest 100,000, we go 1, 2, 3, comma me. 1, 2, 3, comma me. It's 345,300,000. Okay, so the last question on instructional resource number 12 is a division question. 741 divided by 9. And I know this looks like a fraction, but remember we've talked about this division line meaning divide by several times now. So this is where I go back to my cowboy being on top of my horse. The cowboy goes in the house. So I'm going to set this up in the house. 741 divided by 9. And then I'm going to erase this so I can use my steps. To divide, we want does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? D stands for divide, M for multiply, S for subtract, C for check, and B for bring down. So the first step of dividing, I ask myself, can I divide by 9 and get close to 7? No, it's too small. So when that number is smaller than my divisor, I have to use the first 2 digits. What can I multiply by 9 to get me close to 74 without going over? 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 7 is 72. Nope, 63. Back it up, Miss Grubb. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 9 is 81, so that's going over. So we have to use 9 times 8, which is 72. So then we multiply 8 times 9, 72. Subtract, 4 minus 2 is 2. 7 minus 7 is 0. Check, 2 is less than 9. Bring down, and all we have to bring down is a 1. Once you bring down, you start back over until you have nothing left to bring down. So now we want to know what's 21 divided by 9. Well, 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. So we have to use 2. 2 times 9 is 18. Subtract 18, 19, 20, 21. That gives me a remainder of 3. And then we check, 3 is less than 9. And there's nothing left to bring down. So 3 then comes up and becomes my remainder, remainder 3. If we want to check division, we can use the inverse operation, its cousin, multiplication. So we take 82 times 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry my 1. 9 times 8 is 72. Plus 1 more is 73. But don't forget to add your remainder. 8, 9, 10, 11. So we carry 1 over and circle it so you can see it in there. 3 plus 1 more is 4. And 7 plus 0 is 7. So that 741 was our dividend. That means my quotient, 82, remainder 3, is correct. And guys, that's all the instructional resources I had for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful summer. I miss you all terribly. Remember that I'm here if you need me for anything at any time. And I love each and every one of you. Have a great summer.